click say, hey, yo.
First of all, the scene in San Francisco is amazing. There's like a very tight-knit community that kind of goes between like Oakland and San Francisco. I think it's now bridged, but it's a really dope, awesome, diverse like scene. I started doing music actually rapping. So I was writing and I was rapping and I was kind of going around and just performing pieces, you know, poetry and raps and whatnot. And then around that time, I picked up DJing kind of on accident. I was really into turntablism and I used to have a radio station and I would invite different DJs to come on and, you know, showcase their turntablism and like new songs and whatnot. And then the producing did come shortly after, also by accident. I'm also a videographer and a photographer, so you know, oftentimes I do catch it intersecting. I was originally looking for some video work and I stepped into like an Ableton class or some kind of production meetup and I thought I was in, you know, a video group. And it wasn't, it ended up being, you know, a beat making one. And funny enough, it ended up being Today's Future Sound, which is one of the organizations that I work with. So we go around the Bay Area and kind of teach music production and DJing to youth. Now, first I heard a few producers that I really liked, and one of them was Weirdo, goes by the name of Weirdo. And I remember listening to one of the beats and I really liked the texture of it. So I was really intrigued by, just in general, the lo-fi beat sound. And I realized that my friend had an SP404 and I was like, oh, you know, like I heard this person was using it. So I started playing with it and I really liked it because, you know, you don't necessarily need a DAW, you could just sample and chop and record into it. My favorite, it's actually from Critter and Guitari. It's this little analog bass. So the one I have, it's a Bolsa bass and it is so good. It just comes out so raw and it has these little wooden keys, you know, the little round wooden keys, and you could do MIDI out, so you could put it onto a MIDI keyboard and have the sounds, you know, reach like different octaves and stuff. And yeah, it's just raw. I love that Paze 4 bass. So I'm very motivated by seeing other women in different areas do what they're doing because it makes me feel like there's this whole other world kind of around me. Of course, there's like Sarah the instrumentalist and Sadiva, you know, in Australia and Japan, like Mullen, like there's so many that's just out there. So it makes me feel kind of like safe, like comforted, like inspired, just all these different things when I know that there's other women in different areas doing like what they do and what I do.
I click say, hey, yo.
This is DJ RayReck representing the Bay Area. You're watching PBC TV.